All right, let's talk cancer in meat. And we're not just talking about red meat, white meat too, and a case for veganism.
A new study out today is giving a whole new meaning to the phrase bringing home the bacon. The World Health Organization is now putting processed meats, including bacon, sausages, and ham, into the same category as cigarettes, asbestos, and diesel fumes. But should you put down that ham sandwich you might be eating? Well, Dr. Richard Hayes is the director of the Division of Epidemiology at NYU School of Medicine, and it's so good to have you with us today, Doctor.
A pleasure.
Let's begin with the meats that are considered the culprits here, that are going up against cigarettes in this category.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about? Which meats?
Well, these are any meat it's a grouping of meats that are processed.
Mm-hmm.
So these are meats that you can buy over the counter and they're immediately ready for consuming.
Like cold cuts, for
Like
instance.
cold cuts and so.
Subway, that's you. Chicken nuggets as well. But this is not just red meat, it's white meat as well. I'm going to show you a little clip on that. This is the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, PCRM.org. It's a leading panel of physicians and doctors who promote a plant-based vegan diet to not only prevent cancer risks, but heart disease, especially many forms of cancer, colon cancer, breast cancer, but especially colon. So it's not just breast cancer. There's many other ones. And it also has foods that you can do to drastically reduce your risks. And this is by the World Health Organization as well, many of these studies that have been going on for many years. You can see some of the suggestions. I've given out information about this at cancer walks. They've shown little interest, as well as the big groups, the big money groups. You can see there's tons of credible sources here if you just do a search. New York Times, CBS, BBC, World Health Organization. But it's not just red meat again. And I'm going to show you a little clip.
Tyson, for example, is the biggest meatpacking company in the history of the world. The industry changed the entire way that chicken are raised. Birds are now raised and slaughtered in half the time they were 50 years ago, but now they're twice as big. People like to eat white meat, so they redesign the chicken to have large breasts.
Growth hormones.
They not only changed the chicken, they changed the farmer. Today, chicken farmers no longer control their birds. A company like Tyson owns the birds from the day they're dropped off until the day that they're slaughtered.
I suggest watching Food Inc, Forks Over Knives by leading doctors, and Earthlings, as well as Farm to Fridge.
In the next few minutes, you will be given an eye-opening look behind the closed doors of modern farms, hatcheries, and slaughter plants, revealing the journey that animals make from farm to fridge.
The nasty
slam headfirst into the ground.
These nasty conditions, they give them growth hormones and antibiotics.
The moment they hatch, the egg industry
They give them growth hormones
are typically
and antibiotics because of the nasty factory farms.
This practice is deemed standard.
Factory farms are the norm and very horrible, and most birds
without pushing other birds
are
aside.
from factory farms.
The harsh and unrelenting environment of the cage takes its toll, often leading to severe feather loss, open wounds, and birds trapped in cage wire. For many hens, the stressful confinement is too much, leading to premature death. Undercover investigations at egg farms from coast to coast have revealed a culture of cruelty and neglect, including workers stomping on birds, throwing live hens on dead piles and in trash cans, and painfully mangling birds.
All right, most are giving are selectively bred growth hormones and antibiotics due to the nasty factory farm-like conditions.
Amounts of red meat could raise a woman's risk of developing breast cancer. Researchers at Harvard looked at the medical and diet history of almost 90,000 premenopausal women. They say that high red meat consumption raised the risk of breast cancer by 22%, and higher amounts of poultry
also no good. Again, as we've seen with the infographic here about them being manipulated, 2008 versus 1950. You can see the size difference, growth hormones, and then antibiotics due to the unsanitary conditions. Again, this is nothing new. This has been going on for many years. So the best solution is to go vegan. Thank you. Please do some research. Cancerproject.org is a branch of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Help prevent heart disease, colon cancer, and many other leading causes of death by switching to a plant-based diet. Check out Farm to Fridge, Forks Over Knives, and by leading doctors. Again, pcrm.org as well. Take care.